Some people don't break into your life. They slip into the empty spaces you don't pay attention to. Tonight, you'll hear 3 cases inspired by real stalker investigations. Each story builds toward one truth. The person watching you always starts small. And if you miss the first signal, the rest follow silently. Nora lived on the 3rd floor of a narrow apartment building, the kind where sound travels strangely. For months, she heard faint movements late at night from the supposedly vacant unit above hers. Not footsteps, not furniture, just small disturbances, like someone shifting their weight, pausing, then moving again. The building manager insisted the apartment was empty, so Nora tried to dismiss it. But one night around 2:30 a.m., she noticed something chilling. The ceiling creaks matched her own steps. When she walked to the kitchen, something above her walked to the same spot. When she stopped, it stopped. She recorded the sounds and sent them to the manager. He swore no one had keys except him. But the noises continued. Then things inside her own place began to change. Not big things, subtle ones. A chair pulled 1 inch from the table. Her bathroom mirror wiped in a perfect circle. Her closet door cracked open when she swore she closed it. One evening, while putting groceries away, she heard a soft thud directly over her head, followed by a second, identical thud inside her apartment. She froze. She wasn't alone. She dialed her phone with shaking hands, stepped backward toward the door, and kept her eyes locked on the hallway. A shadow moved just beyond the corner. Not walking, not running, but slowly leaning forward. Police arrived within minutes. They didn't find an intruder, but what they did find made everyone uneasy. Inside the apartment above hers, the one said to be vacant, the officers discovered bedding, food, and dozens of small holes drilled precisely through the floorboards. Each hole aligned directly over places Nora spent time. Her couch, her bed, her shower. But that wasn't the real horror. The manager confirmed something sickening. The locks hadn't been forced. The door hadn't been tampered with. Whoever lived above her had a working key to a unit that was never officially rented out. To this day, the building has no record of who held that key, and the holes had been drilled from below. Maya worked at a small design studio where long nights were normal. Every evening around 8 p.m., she'd walk to the parking lot with earbuds in, listening to voice notes she recorded earlier that day, reminders, ideas, little pieces of her routine. Until one night, standing beside her car, she heard her own voice playing behind her. Not through her phone, through someone else's. She turned. A man she'd never seen stood under a flickering lamp, holding a cheap speaker. Her voice kept playing from it. Buy new markers. Email Daniel back. Remind myself to book dentist. She froze. He smiled awkwardly. You dropped your phone yesterday. I just thought you might want the audio back. But Maya hadn't dropped her phone. The man walked off before she could react, leaving the speaker on her hood. She tried to rationalize it until something worse happened the next morning. A new voice note appeared on her phone, one she hadn't recorded. It wasn't a message. It was breathing. Close, slow, intentional. She changed her passwords, every account, every login. The next day, another voice note appeared. This time, it was her own voice again, reading something she had never said aloud. Her home address. Panicked, she went to the police. They told her to collect more evidence, so she set up a digital trap. A fake voice memo, whispered quietly, telling herself an appointment time she didn't actually have. The following night, as she left work, the same man appeared again in the parking lot, holding a sticky note. On it was the fake appointment time. He said softly, "You didn't show up." The police later discovered how he gained access. He wasn't hacking her phone. He had cloned the Bluetooth connection from her earbuds and listened live every time she used them. Maya never wears wireless earbuds anymore, but what unsettles her most isn't what he heard. It's wondering how long he listened before making himself known. Elias was a freelance editor who worked from home, known for rarely leaving the house. His security was tight, smart locks, alarms, cameras, all set up perfectly. At least he thought they were. One night, while importing footage, he heard a faint chime from his phone. His home security app had a new notification. Room added, attic storage. Elias didn't have an attic. His house didn't even have crawlspace access. He opened the app again. The new room remained, complete with a small temperature reading, 18 degrees Celsius. He checked the house manually, every room. Nothing new, nothing strange, at least not yet. The next morning, the temperature reading changed, 17 degrees Celsius. The following night, 16 degrees Celsius. Someone, or something, was inside a space that shouldn't exist. He contacted the security company. They insisted the app couldn't add rooms by itself. The temperature kept dropping. Finally, he hired a contractor to check the structure. Reluctantly, the man inspected the walls, then the ceiling. In the guest bedroom, he tapped on a portion of drywall and frowned. Someone covered an access panel here. They cut it open. Behind the wall was a narrow corridor leading upward into a hidden loft, a space Elias never knew existed. Inside, they found a mattress, a small heater, empty food cans stacked neatly in rows, and a wall covered in photographs of Elias at his desk, taken from a high angle, from the exact perspective of the loft above him. But the most disturbing thing wasn't the photos. It was the cold. The heater was unplugged when they found it, but the temperature log on Elias's app didn't lie. Someone had been there recently. The police combed the loft and found fingerprints. They matched them to a delivery worker who had dropped off a package almost a year earlier. The man had let himself in, mapped the house, and built his hidden space over weeks. He left 1 week before the discovery, taking everything with him except a single photo pinned to the wall. Elias asleep, taken from inside his bedroom. Stalkers rarely reveal themselves early. They start with tiny distortions, footsteps that shouldn't match yours, a voice that isn't recorded by you, a room that didn't exist yesterday. But every pattern has a maker, and the scariest part isn't that someone is watching you. It's realizing how long they've been doing it unnoticed.